Hi everyone, Chillax here and welcome back to another Anchor Panic video. So with 1 week away before version 1.9 releases, I figured now would be a good time to go over the top performing teams for both normal arena as well as advanced arena. And I do want to briefly mention that if you're curious about exactly how to build your operators, or if you want to know which operators are best for PvP, I do have videos on those topics. As you can see above me, I do have a playlist for all my Anchor Panic videos, so I highly recommend you check them out. But anyways, without further ado, let's begin. So as many of you know, Crag was the Nature Stun operator released for global version 1.8, and she didn't really have an impact in normal arena. However, she did kind of have an impact in advanced arena, so let's briefly touch on normal arena first. Now, normal arena meta has not really changed. If anything, there is more emphasis on exactly how you build your operators, not necessarily what operators you bring. So long as you're bringing the fastest speed tuner in the game turn, along with other really speedy operators who have as their signature sigil 10 out of 10 on their speed. So long as you bring operators with 10 out of 10 sigils, in power speed, then you have a very good shot of controlling the game. Typically, the formula is as follows. You will have the best speed tuner in the game turn, who ideally has 10 out of 10 speed and powers, as well as at least a 2-piece set of the Raging Wave to get 4% extra speed, as well as 6 out of 6 speed. This will bring your total speed to 276, and if you do end up picking up one or both sides of the speed nodes from the Stellaron, which offer 4.4% speed, you can get like an extra 10 speed per node for sum total of 295 speed. And this is the fastest turn you can have, assuming you have her signature sigil with all those prerequisites that I mentioned. But it's not just that though. Technically, when I start the battle, I start above 295 speed because of the talent 2 activation from Stellaron, which gives me an extra drone breaker. And for every drone that you start with, you get an extra 5%, or I think 4.5% speed per drone. Yeah, but if you start off with one extra drone, then you get an extra 5% speed for your operators at the start of battle. So that's kind of a way to outspeed your opponents, at the start of the match. Right now, whoever has the fastest turn typically wins, because what will happen is your turn will move first, make everyone faster, and provide offensive buffs thanks to her skill. And then typically people will follow that up with Echo, who thanks to turn will outspeed even the fastest turn on the opposing side. So your turn will move, then your Echo will move. You'll have offensive buffs from both their skills, along with from Echo's signature sigil, which provides an extra 3% attack. And then if you'd like, you can slow down the enemies even more with Lang Jiao, or you can skip Lang Jiao and go with Frost Jade to cast the Frost Domain. That way, if any of your allies were to die, then you won't die. And then you will typically have 1 or 2 DPSs in the form of Abyss Elysia, or say like Rose, in order to absolutely obliterate the enemies. So with Abyss Elysia, a very fast Abyss Elysia and a very heavily invested Rose, it's very easy to pick up 3 KOs, maybe even 4, before the enemy starts moving. And so this is how players have been able to secure the top ranks in PvP. Just to summarize here, the most important thing is you have a turn, you have your Abyss Elysia, you have your Frost Jade, and then it's up to you whether you bring an Echo as well or like a Rose, that sort of thing. So I'll go ahead and show you some examples. And we are kind of in a stalemate right now where the top 3, maybe 4 players in my bracket has a max or near max Stellaron turn, and this allows us to outspeed anyone on defense. And because typically when you're on defense, you will outspeed whoever is attacking you. So this has created a situation where people do not generally attack unless they are 100% sure they will outspeed everyone. For instance, now that I'm rank 2, I typically won't attack until Ivy and Gear leapfrog me, because then I know when I attack, it'll for sure be ranks 5 or below, or at least a very low percentage of attacking above me, and this ensures that I can leapfrog above them. So that's kind of the strategy right now. The team formation doesn't matter as much as before, because it all comes down to whether you spent IRL money to max Stellar on your turn. But thankfully most of you guys watching this will not have to worry about it, because either you're not in my bracket or you're not in top 4, so you won't have to deal with this. But here's kind of an example of what happens when you have a very fast turn. So as you can see here, this is my defense, and I'm defending against the rank 7 player. Shout out to you, Azin. And he's running a very solid comp with double speed tuner, Frost Jade, a very reliable defender, Thunderrock, as well as main DPS, Abyssalicia. So let me go ahead and show you how this will play out. Okay, so I'm on defense. I'm on the... oh, he outsped me. Oh, it's because I attacked him. Right, okay. So actually, even Azin has now Max Stellar on his turn. But thankfully my operators are fast enough that I was able to secure the Speed War ultimately. Yeah, so my Frost Jade ends up moving before his Frost Jade. Unfortunately, because I built my Abyssalicia for PvE, so she doesn't have 10 out of 10 speed on her sigil. Otherwise, my Abyssalicia probably would move right about now and blow out the opponent. Yeah, so that's kind of the downside. So he's going to move first, but he doesn't get his energy burst off. Okay. And then I do the energy burst, bring everyone low. And now I have control of the Speed War because I brought three speed tuners essentially. Turn, Echo, and I slowed everyone down via the Ice Homology with the Freezing Stacks application of Ling Jiao. Okay, so I turn off everyone's energy burst. And then now I'm going to freeze whoever's remaining. And actually I end up picking up KOs there. Yeah, so as you can see here, you know, very fast-paced matches. Typically the match is decided by the end of round 1 or at the start of round 2. Yeah, so that's an example, and then here's an example of me defending against one of the top players in the game, Bo. So here, you know, he brings Rose and Abyssalicia, and typically if I was to attack Bo, I'd be completely obliterated because we have a speed tie between our turns. However, because he's the one attacking me, so my turn will move first and I'm able to control the game that way. But in terms of team comps, as you can see here, Thunderrock is very commonly used, same with Frost Jade, Abyssalicia. Turn, you have to have turn, there's no exception, and then you have an invested Rose. So this is like a double DPS. Okay, so I'm the one on defense, I'm the one on the right. Procs the counterattack, which procs Rose's follow-up attack. And part of the reason why I bring Ling Jiao is because given how powerful Rose is right now, Rose is able to bring my Ling Jiao below 50% HP, so I can do a round 1 energy burst when I heal up. and this allows me to get a quick freeze on round 1. So in a way, Lang Jiao is a counter to, yeah, see, none of his operators are moving, and this is round 1, by the way. Yeah, so I've completely shut down his team. He didn't even get the Frost Domain off because his Frost Shade couldn't even move. And yeah, this was round 1. So that's pretty much normal arena in a nutshell. So I'm hopeful that the next operator released for global server is going to be like a really solid defender, or maybe someone like Zephyrin who can add a little bit more RNG to who has the most speed at the start of the match. Because until we get those 2 operators, I don't think that I think the meta will be roughly the same, but mostly dictated by turn and how invested turn is. Okay, and then now for Advanced Arena. So I'm ranked 2 here as well, and almost the same exact scenario here, where whoever is defending is going to be at a big advantage. However, not as much in Advanced Arena as normal arena, because in Advanced Arena you can actually move your teams around such that, like, for instance, if someone knew that I have my turn on team 1, they will move their turn, their throwaway team on team 1, and then move their turn and echo against teams 2 and 3 to outspeed my other teams. Does that make sense? So with Advanced Arena, you can kind of move your teams around so that you just rock, paper, scissors the enemy. Yeah, but typically it goes like mono quantum, mono lightning, or you know, ice with a splash of other operators. I updated my ice team to include Rose and combined with Antelope, because I found this really cool synergy where anyone who has start of battle actions, such as, you know, Antelope casting his or her AoE shield, or maybe like Olivia planting her flag into the ground, this will actually count as an action, and Rose will do a follow-up attack, or maybe 2 follow-up attacks if you have max ascended Rose. So actually, if down the road Plenilune, the ice defender, comes out, Plenilune actually casts like a moon veil barrier at the start of battle or something like that, which counts as an action, and it will proc Rose's follow-up attack. So I do plan on in the future swapping Antelope with Plenilune whenever she comes out. Yeah, but those are my 3 teams, but these are by no means the only options. There are other ones as well. For instance, I'll go ahead and show you Ivy attacking my teams. So this is, you know, her team 1, where she has like an ice quantum combination, and then second team is kind of an alphabet soup. Essentially what Ivy's doing is that she has operators with start of battle abilities, like, you know, Crag or maybe Quasar, and then it'll trigger Rose's follow-up attacks. And then for the third team, it's you know, Ifrit combined with Rose or Abyss Alicia in order to increase the damage output of her energy burst. Yeah, so hybrid teams here. I'll go ahead and show you battles where Ivy wins. That way you guys see how you know, these teams work. And mind you, Ivy's the one attacking me. And I think my biggest problem right now with, okay, yeah, and that triggers the follow-up attack. And then counters back with follow-up attack. Yeah, his Echo outspeeds. Echo has 1 speed point more than Lang Jiao if both are max invested. Yeah, and then, but his Abyss Alicia is very fast, probably like 10 out of 10 speed, and so, you know, he's able to move before my Frost Jade moves. So this is kind of the problem with, like, you know, in my case, I'm kind of moving away from PvP towards PvE, because that's kind of where the Stellaron Resonance bottles are right now. So for this reason, I imagine that as time goes on, my PvP rank will continue to suffer, because my main DPS is moving forwards probably won't have any speed in their sigil and powers, because I'm trying to get more damage in for the PvE content like Entropy Cataclysm. Yeah, so this is the kind of the trade-off here, but you just have to decide, like, okay, which do you prioritize more, PvP or PvE? And right now, in my opinion, the PvP content, the rewards aren't as good. And the Guild Wars, which starts in about a day or two, those kinds of that PvP game mode is more of a team-based effort. And so if you're in a solid guild, you can kind of take advantage of the fact that your other teammates are also kicking ass, so you don't have to have like the perfect PvP team. Yeah, but different players will have different priorities when it comes to PvP or PvE. Yeah, so this is just a really cool showcase of Crag. And if Quasar, yeah, energy bursts on turn 1, it also counts towards Rose's follow-up attacks. So yeah, just a very smart way to take advantage of what Rose is capable of doing, charging ammo whenever allies take an action, and just maximizing her overall damage output. Yeah, so a lot of follow-up attacks in. Really cool team, I like it. I think Ivy's PvP team is one of the coolest in the game. And so the good and bad thing about the turns speed tuning supremacy is that, so the bad news is you have to have turn, and if you want to outspeed the whales, you have to spend some IRL money in order to get the Stellaron nodes early. But the good news out of this is that it opens up the meta for whatever team you can dream of, so long as you outspeed the opponent and have enough investment to pick up some KOs. So that's kind of the situation here. Yeah. Alright, so that's pretty much the second match there. And you don't need really complex teams, guys. Like, for instance, on defense, my Lightning team was able to beat the Ice Quantum team. So I'll show you my Lightning team on defense. A very vanilla kind of Lightning team can do quite well. So this is me on defense. Yeah, and I'm actually amazed that this team can even beat out a Frost Jade with a Frost Domain. Yeah, and actually with his team, he's kind of controlling the match with the speed tuning. Ooh, very close to a KO there. Oh, I picked up a KO on the enemy Frost Jade. Oh no, I didn't. Or actually I did. How did I do that? Oh, it's because my Abyss Elysia, thanks to all the shock application, I was able to pick up more than 2 KOs. Got it. So I guess this is one of those situations where, actually, if you have enough of a turtle comp, you can burst a bunch of enemies off the map in one shot. Yeah, with enough shock applications and everything. Okay, that's interesting. Alright, so that pretty much wraps it up for my video. I hope you found this informative. If you haven't already, please don't forget to drop a like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next video.